Hey guys, my name is Ben Blackburn. This is my submission for Dr. Brown's video analysis assignment for EAE 2100, Intro to Game Design. Today I'm going to be using an object inventory and user interface study to analyze the game Days Gone. My argument is that Days Gone is more about making the player feel like a hero through making crafting items, fixing bikes, and fighting hordes of zombies very easy and quick. Days Gone is a third-person action-adventure survival horror game developed by Sony Interactive Entertainment, or SIE, Bend Studios, and published by SIE as well. Sony Bend is a first-party developer founded in Bend, Oregon in 1993, which is relevant because the game Days Gone takes place in Oregon as well. So let's get going. Alright. So here is the intro screen, and we'll pick up wherever I left off, and I'm not quite sure where that is, so I think we're in the middle of the game somewhere. Okay, so the game has already placed us in this camp. This is the last place that I saved the game, and we're just going to do a brief overview of the HUD here. In the bottom right, we have a mini-map that you can see I'm running around my bike. There's all these different icons that over here there's a gun shop. When you go to that gun shop, you open it up and you have a bunch of different weapons, supplies, your locker. You have the ease of access to just choose your own weapons depending on if you've unlocked them.
Skizzo wants to take over the camp. That's messed up.
Just look, don't believe everything.
There's a lot of dialogue in this game for sure.
Take care now.
So there was the gun shop. You've got some bounties. Go up here, and this is where you can fix your bike up.
Ricky,
this just triggered a cutscene. Okay, so I cut out that cutscene just so we don't spoil anything. But over here, like I said, you can go over to the mechanic. The cool thing about going to the mechanic is you are able to just throw on a new engine if you like. You can do an exhaust. As you can see, I've already upgraded mine. When you unlock the ability to get a better one, it will become available when you earn enough trust through the camp. The cool thing about this is when you want to equip it, you can just select it and it automatically is equipped. Most of the time it would take, I don't know, day, 2 days, 3 days, maybe a week, depending on who's actually swapping out your engine on your bike or your car, but this gives the relative ease of just putting it on.
Check back later, I guess.
So you can get all of that done pretty instantly. So the mini-map is there. Above the mini-map, it says where you're at, so I'm at Iron Mike's encampment. And above that is my trust rating and how many credits I have at this particular camp, which is what unlocks other items. So basically, by allowing everything to be done instantaneously, it makes living in this post-apocalyptic world not so bad. So I'm going to run back over here to my bike,
Good to see you, D.
jump on my bike, and we'll get away from all this mess. Let's see. I'm going to jump on this. It'll give me a way out here. So that mini-map now has updated now that I've chosen a new mission. It's going to take me out of the camp and to wherever I need to go next.
Wait a sec, I got it.
So we're going out at night, and the nighttime is definitely a little bit more dangerous out here in this post-apocalyptic world. We've got all kinds of what they call freakers, which are kind of like zombies that roam out here. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Screamer! No!
Apparently there is a screamer here. I'm gonna go ahead and mess up my bike real quick.
Shit.
Uh-oh. So, if I were to do that on any other bike in real life, That would have really messed this bike up, probably. The cool thing about this being a survival game is that it does have percentages, such as the fuel tank here. It has 90%. I can stop at gas stations or find fuel tanks to refuel my bike. I can also see that my bike is now at 97%. If I did that in real life, it probably would be a lot worse than 97%. But the kicker here in this game that makes you feel really, makes it all feel really easy is the fact that I can just press O.
I can fix this. Let's go.
And he fixes the bike up like it's nothing. This saves a whole lot of time, you know, which is really nice. It allows me to feel like a hero, like that. As you can see, we've got these zombies.
Must be sleeping.
I can come right in.
Shit. Sorry.
And
I
that's
didn't
the end
mean
of
to
him.
wake you.
Now,
Brother, after working the
it makes me
shovel all
feel
day,
like a military man.
pretty much
It makes me
passed
feel
out.
very strong. It makes me feel like that was super easy.
Just checking on you, brother. Just making sure that you didn't wander off on another midnight dance with a horde.
Alright, I just cut there because there's a whole lot of narrative that just happened in the middle of me wandering. This world is ever evolving and changing, and missions are given to me at all given times. So, I just wanted to make sure that I was able to shorten that and, again, not spoil anything. So another part of this HUD is going to be in the bottom left corner here is my health and my stamina. The health is in green and the stamina is in blue. Underneath that, it's going to show how many med kits I have, how many pieces of scrap that I have, and that scrap is going to do things like build blunt objects and weapons, and help me fix my bike. There's also the flashlight that's there. And pertaining to health, I'm going to prove a point here. So I'm going to kind of jump out of this guy's way, and I'm going to let him hit me. Oh, man, so my health went down to 55. And I'm not a good shot, but I won't miss twice. Okay, so now my health is at 65. And, you know, if my health was at 65 in real life, I'd be hurting pretty bad. I'd be halfway to dead. In this game, I'm able to pull up my mini wheel here, and there's all kinds of different things here. One of those is my medkits. Here, I can craft and use different medical kits and stamina cocktails. And if I want to, say, patch myself up, which I'm at 65, I can just hold R2, and boom, I'm back at full health. This makes me feel like a superhero. This makes me feel good. This makes me feel strong. This makes me feel like I can get back into fighting pretty much instantaneous, which is fantastic. Going back into this mini wheel, we've got, let's see, we've got these, let's go to Molotovs. We got Molotovs, we've got pipe bombs, we've got grenades. So, you know, Deacon St. John, our protagonist here, he's able to hold a whole lot of stuff. And if I were to take this Molotov and just throw it over here like that, boom, it's gone. Okay. But what's great, I'd be down one Molotov right there. Pulling up that mini wheel, I'm able to just bring it on up, hold R1, and I've got another one like that, instantaneous. And just looking at Deacon St. John, he's relatively wearing not a lot of things. He's got like a backpack on, but to make that Molotov, up here in the where you create it in the wheel here, it says you need a beer bottle, a rag, and some kerosene. It says that I'm currently carrying 6 kerosenes, 15 rags, 9 beer bottles. I'm also carrying a sidearm here, which he pulls out. I've got some traps that I can pull out. I've got a crossbow right here, some distractions. So I got some rocks, some smoke bombs, some flashbang grenades. I got this wonderful giant weapon here, my crowd breaker. I've got obviously all of my med kits and my little melee weapon here. But Deacon St. John is not wearing a million backpacks. It's he's pretty quick, you know, when he runs around. He's not carried down by all those beer bottles, which is you know, a sign the designer wanted this feel to be quick and fluid, but also have, you know, access to all of these other items that you're carrying. In the real world, you'd be carrying a whole lot on your back, and that would not be fun. You'd be weighed down, you'd be slow, you'd be a target for these freakers. Yeah, so I'm going to run over here and try and find a another melee weapon besides this knife. So I'm going to go down this hill here. I think there's a gas station over here. Let's see. Alright, so here's a gas station where I can fill up my tank here. So I'm just going to pull right on up to this gas station. And I got all the access in the world. I don't need any money. I just go ahead and fill on up, which is fantastic.
Good.
So now I get off my bike here. Let's look around and see what we can find. So there is a mode in here that will show all of the items in the area. So I press this inspector mode and all these triangles pop up. Another thing I can do right here is I can open up these trunks with these on-screen buttons. So I'm going to just break into this car and see what I can find. Oh great, there's a med kit. I'll take that med kit and add it to my large stash of items that you can't really see. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. Let's see what I can find. Let's see. So that's telling me that I can jump in that trash can. Let's see what else. Oh, there's another bottle. I could use that. Let's see. Another trash can. Another couple vehicles that I can look at here. And I'm not seeing anything for blunt objects. Let's see. One thing I can see on my mini-map is there's a tree. Now I need to get some crossbows, some arrows here, because I can craft them there. And now that I craft it, I can pick this up and craft more arrows. Now crafting arrows would take a long time, but in this game, not so much. You just need the material, and then you just hold R1, and there you go. You got a new arrow. Okay, so I'm going to run out here. Let's see. I'm going to fast forward until I find myself a blunt object to make a point. Okay, so I just went down the street and I found this house. And I walk up to this truck and I find myself a 2x4. So I'm going to pick that 2x4 up. And now I'm going to, now when I look up here, I am able to take my scrap metal and I'm able to craft, let's see, a spiked weapon, a let's see, a 2x4 axe with a circular saw blade. Anyway, let's try the circular saw blade. So I'm gonna craft it. Just hold R1. Boom. Let's see. Oh, look at that thing. I did that without going to a workbench, using any tools. It was instantaneous. I was able to pick a 2x4 up and just hammer that thing out. So another oh, let's see. Oh, we got some guys up there. Okay. So that's just another argument here that the designers just want you to be able to, yes, get the items and the equipment, but crafting things, doing things that would normally take a long time, those things are just relatively quick. Those things are on the back end. You don't think about it much. The designer wants you to play this game. They want you to do the tough things easy, which allows for more fun. Okay, so the last thing that I want to kind of point out right now on this heads-up display is by my mini-map, down to the left of it, there's a little eye sight. And when I'm crouched down, it'll tell me whether or not I am being seen. Above that is a sound marker, which will tell me if I'm making any sound. This comes in handy when sneaking up on these creatures here, which I lost him. There he is. And it allows the player to be able to walk around and know whether or not they are being seen, whether or not they're going to alert anything. Now these guys can walk up to me, and if they touch me while I'm in the bush, they'll know that I'm there. But being able to know that I'm being quiet and know whether or not I can be seen allows me to pull off these wonderful stealth attacks. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that when you kill one of these monsters as well, the heads-up display will tell you how much experience you have and how close you are to the next level. Let's see, if I run down this road here a little bit, I might be able to find one. They're usually pretty plentiful, especially at night. I probably shouldn't have given up my bike. The bike is a big part of this game. Okay, so here's a couple guys right here. So when I shoot this guy, in the top right hand of my screen, it says I got 49% and I got 30 experience for it. It's pretty quick, but it kind of keeps the heads-up display really clean and nice. Again, if I do that again, whoop, there it goes. I'm at 49%, and I've alerted these two to my position. And I'm able to take these other two out. Whoop. So that slowing down motion as well is another key element to making the player feel like they are just a hero, that they are, they're a superhero. You're able to slow down time, you're able to aim, you're able to take out multiple of the multiple freakers at once, and it seems all relatively easy. Now this is just one man. This guy is just the bomb. So, in conclusion, I just want to reiterate that Sony Bend really wants to emphasize being a hero in this world. It's not so much, tedious, hardworking, working on your bikes, navigating across these maps, saving people. Doing things in this world would be very hard. But the fun that the designers want to really push is the killing of the zombies, getting through all the muck of this world, the hard parts of this world, to just go straight for the action. So by using the heads-up display, the inventory, it really streamlines this process, and the designers have done a great job of making this game fun while not bogging down the player. And with that, I will conclude, and I appreciate you watching this, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.